Good morning, everybody. As you can see by the title, another fitness challenge is on the rise, which is never good for us. You know, when we do these, it doesn't end well, but I'm determined to make this one different. I already started and I weighed in. So this is my current weigh-in, 188.8. No, 180.8 or 3. I don't remember what. I already can't remember what it says, and I literally just did that 2 seconds ago. But I will discuss more of what this challenge is later on, because right now we have to make some breakfast. And then once we are done with breakfast, we're actually gonna go to some stores because we need to do grocery shopping to get some things to make sure we have all the food and nutrients that we need for this challenge. So you're gonna spend the weekend with me prepping for the challenge, even though it is already March 1st, but once again, I'll explain everything in a little. For right now, let's get making my little breakfast meat quesadilla. Some people are gonna find it weird. I find it delicious. Okay, the dehumidifier is apparently going to be as loud as it can be right now. Didn't even think it was that humid in here. So these are canned potatoes that we take, season them up. Mother did those earlier, because then I just reused the pan. That's why the pan looked dirty. If you're like, why is her pan dirty when she's making meat? We were reusing because it's all pretty much the same. This is literally Gardein beef, and I just season it up. I know it's just like, oh, that's literally just beef in a quesadilla, but it's my favorite way to get protein in. And then here we have Cheerios with freeze-dried fruit from Trader Joe's. This is the mixed berry blend, so strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. So this for me is also the easiest way to get fruit in. As you know here, texture person, so all these textures I don't mind. We'll see how this goes with eating this. Usually I eat this separately. So we're gonna eat this, and then we have to...
This did make a nice burrito though. I want to show you.
Oh yeah. This is her tofu scramble, in case anybody
I didn't want to overstuff. But then, like, it did really, like, so I'm just
yeah, I got these quesadillas on
So I'm hoping
accident.
this will help it, so maybe that'll be a...
Yeah, because she puts it on bread. Doesn't always work that well. So, we'll see.
This is not going to work that well either. This is like a mess, too.
Oh, God. I forgot, everybody. So this is my water pitcher that I fill up, as you can see. Oh. 64 ounces, 77, which was originally, and then I'm like, wait, I gotta have a round number here. I can't do that. 80 ounces. It's kind of hard to see because it's written. It's tape and then Sharpie. I didn't finish filling this up last night, so let's just top this off here. This is gonna be a special treat because usually I fill it up the night before, and I usually drink room temperature water all day. So this just came out of the fridge, so it's gonna be a little cold. So let's fill up a glass. That was my cat hair cover, in case you were wondering what this is. And then I gotta take vitamins. We are finished eating, and we made all our lists for the stuff that we need to get from the stores. So I'm gonna get dressed, and then we'll head to the stores. I'm probably gonna leave my camera here because it's pretty extensive, the tripod I have it on. And also, I don't want to have to be responsible for this camera while I'm in a store, so we'll switch to the phone. But in case we want a fit check, this is what I'm gonna wear. My sweatpants, and then I'm gonna go with my classic breast cancer awareness sweatshirt that I got from the walk. Mostly because I just want to be comfy cozy. Like the last few weekends and stuff when we've gone out, I've been quite dressed up for me. I've been wearing like jeans, and I had cargo pants on and stuff like that. So I want to be comfy this weekend. Also, I think it will entice me more to get through the stores faster. So I'm gonna get dressed, and then maybe we'll do like a quick little chat for a minute. Okay, I'm all ready. So while we wait for her to get ready, I figured not so much of what my plan is to do for this March Madness challenge, mostly because I don't fully have it planned out. That's what we're gonna spend later tonight figuring out. The reason I came up with the idea to do this. So not so much of what it is, but like why I came up with this. Reason one, I decided this week, by the way, to take a deload week. I know I left off with you guys last week being like, you'll have to come back and see if I do leg day. I didn't do the leg day. I didn't do it. On Monday, I was like, I'm just not in the headspace to run, and I felt like if I forced myself to run, like maybe I would have felt better after, but it was just more of like, I don't know, it was just gonna be one of those things where I'm like, I'm really forcing myself, I'm not enjoying the run, and I feel like that would be more miserable. And then on Tuesday, one of the reasons I was dressed up is because I had to go and film and take photos for an engagement. So I was doing that, and then we didn't get home till like 3 a.m. or fall asleep till like 3 a.m. Then on Wednesday when we were going to get up and start working out, I was like, I'm so exhausted from being like so tired and like having to do the shoot, because we like left for it at like 5 a.m. and I know I definitely didn't get a good night's sleep before. So with all that, I was like, yeah, not like, maybe we could just take one more rest day, because if I get up on Thursday, I can do all my runs. Like I was already kind of teetering on Wednesday, just like taking a deload week as far as like doing weights, like just taking the week off. And then I was like, I don't really like feel mentally there on Thursday. And I don't know, I've just taken the time off now. Obviously though, it is March, so I feel like, yeah, should I get up and maybe run or something this weekend? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna take the full week off, because we are gonna start 5K training very soon. Like it is sooner than I think. By the end of March, we will fully be in 5K training, which is like nerve-wracking, which is something also I have to figure out, is like what time I'm gonna shoot for. As you know, I'm gonna shoot for like a kind of not unachievable, but like kind of achievable, more unachievable, something in the middle, and then like something that I know I could probably really achieve. We're not there yet. We still have some time, but I might figure that out this week, and if I have like some extra time, because the only good thing is, because we were like taking such a deal, like we are all caught up on all our shows, I'm pretty sure. Maybe just the floor we have to watch, which is so good. Highly recommend if you're into game shows. That is like such a unique one. Yeah, I think that's the only show that we have to watch, and we've been like on a binge watching of Married to Medicine. That is like, you know, we don't have to watch that. But because of this deload week, I was like, I really just need to like find a way to just get myself back on track after coming off this deload week, because I know it's gonna be harder to want to motivate myself on Monday. But also, I have been such like a yo-yo, especially from the start of this year, like of like that 190, like I would break it, go down, and like the lowest I've hit is 186, but then I'd go back up. And I just kind of want to spend March, specifically March, like I'm going to try to keep, if this is something that is manageable, my idea for this, then I'm going to try to like keep doing it until I hit my goal weight. But for right now, I want to use this to break this plateau that I have been, where I will hit the 190, then my period usually comes and I'm like going back up, and then I come back down, and it's just like mayhem. And I just want to break the 90 curse, like get so far away from that, like maybe potentially hit 180 by the end of this month, and just kind of get away from that plateau for now, because it just like, it's like so bad. Like I was looming with the 200s for so long, now I'm with the 190s, so I just want to like get away from that number, so I don't have to see it anymore on the scale, and I don't have to like worry about it. So not cutting any more calories, I will say that, just because I just feel like if I go any lower, I'm going to be eating nothing. And I know from the running that, you know, you need to put in food, so I can't really cut any more food with the running that I'm doing, especially with the amount that I will probably be slowly upping it for the 5K training. So there's all that there. So I'm not cutting food. I just want to make more conscious decisions with what I am eating. I feel like some people might have saw my breakfast and been like, ooh, is that best breakfast? It actually is the best breakfast, because in the past, instead of having like Cheerios with a fruit, I would have probably been having like a hash brown on the side on top of the potatoes. So with that, it's just like I would eat that. And then also I know like snacks are such like a thing for me, because I love, like, especially after I eat something kind of like on the safer side, I do want a little sweet treat. I'm that person. So I think instead of having like multiple little sweet treats, just having like cutting down also on the snacking, because if I cut down on the snacking, that will open more calories to invite in things like more protein and make my meals more filling, so I won't feel the need to have a snack. Also, it's just like a mind thing, because I'm like, I feel like I should have, like, I put all my food in before. I always put it like when I wake up, just so that I know what I'm eating, because it's less thinking. But like I know before dinner, like my snack is gonna be a granola bar today, and I'm just like, should I have it now? Like I'm kind of hungry, but I'm not also hungry. Like it's this part is more of mind stuff that I'm gonna have to like work on, but more conscious on the food is like the real goal, like cutting back on snacks and things like that. I have made two little things that I have been loving. I've been making my own granola bars, and I made these little bites that were supposed to be Teddy Grahams. They did not turn out like Teddy Grahams at all, but they are so good. Also, we're trying to find a way to eat the best way to like save money, since everything's so expensive. So that's also part of the reason we're doing this. That's mostly like the main part of the challenge. As far as like fitness goes, it's just more of like having to get up and do the stuff. But I don't know if I'll like do any kind of fitness challenge where I have to hit a certain amount of things, hit this, hit that, because that's where I think we get messed up. I don't know. So I'm saying we might do that, and I might think of something like that later, but the real goal is to just hopefully hit 180 by the end of this month. For now, she's gonna be finished ready. I think I'm gonna pack my water bottle with me, so I keep drinking my water. which also I need to try to be more conscious of because I think sometimes I forget and then I end up drinking all my water at night. Like I finish that, but I finish it also at night. And if I drank more water throughout the day, I'd probably be more full. So I gotta work on that. So we're gonna head out to the stores. We have a bunch to go to. I will see you once we're at the stores. Hello from Voice Over Me. Once I got home, I had some issues with my mic. It just was not picking up my voice very well. So I don't know really what was happening, and you will have Voice Over Me hop in a few more times throughout this video. But for right now, I figured instead of scrapping this, I'll just tell you what I was talking about so we can just keep on with the vlog like it never happened. So in these clips, I'm pretty much talking about how we ended up staying in budget like really well. We even actually spent a little bit under our intended budget, which was really good. So for tonight's dinner, we're gonna do stuffed shells. I just fill these little tins with some sauce on the bottom just so they don't get stuck to the bottom of the pan. And we're doing this pretty much because we have some leftover tofu cheese that I made, so we don't want it to go to waste. So we figured we'll make a few stuffed shells and that's what we'll have for dinner. On the side though, I'm going to attempt to make like a tortilla filled with some cheese and garlic to make a garlic bread of sorts. All right, here is dinner. We stuffed these way more than we normally would just because I was like, we don't want to put the rest of it away. So we stuffed these to the max. Here's the quesadilla. The cheese did melt. That's it. I just put it in the microwave. Oh. He's wondering where his plate is. This is hers. Same exact thing. But her presentation looks a little... doesn't look nicer than mine. I kind of dropped mine on the plate too on accident. All right, we're going to go eat dinner. Probably watch Married to Medicine. Good morning, everybody. It is now Sunday morning. As for this morning, we already kicked it off with a bang. As you can see here, I am gathering some ingredients. We are going to attempt to make silken tofu pancakes because I've been just looking for something a little healthier, a little lower in calories when it comes to pancakes. So I figured, let's just try this recipe I found. We love silken tofu to make some really nice like mousse with it, so maybe this will turn out good. Let's see it, lady. Scoop it up. She did recommend, ooh.
It's thick, but it's okay.
Okay, we'll see.
I don't think that mold is necessary, gotta be honest.
Okay, take it out. I did spray it, so we have to wash it now. Oh, is it hot?
No, don't you do it. If I'm saying it's hot, why would you
Yeah, but my hands are cold. Let me see.
That's not gonna make a difference.
Oh no!
Yeah, no, it's not.
Oh my god, not the tongs. Ah! Oh my. We're trying to be very open here, you guys.
I don't know how the air bubbles are gonna form, but okay, we'll see.
All right, well, we'll check back once the little bubbles are happening and all that. I'm gonna go wash my hand better from the oil. So while we wait for the pancakes, I figured I could show you that I got the Fitbit Sense secondhand for free. Actually, one of the things we were doing yesterday was going out and getting a charger for it so I could use it. I will say I've been having some trouble with it properly counting my steps, so I've tried to recalibrate it and it seems a little bit better. I have yet to try it on a run, so that will be next week's video that we actually get to see how it is on a run. All right, let's get back to the pancake fiasco. So the first one, I didn't get any bubbles in it, but you could just tell that it kind of probably needed to be flipped. So when we flipped it over, it was not golden. And then we did try for 3 more pancakes just to see, because it turns out that I forgot to put the salt in it. So we thought, hey, let's try it, because it wasn't that bad, the pancake. It definitely was maybe a little raw on the inside, but it wasn't super bad. After those 3 attempts, we figured, hey, why don't we put it in a tin pan and put it in the air fryer and try to bake it and make it like an oat
cake and see how that turns out. We even were like, let's put some chocolate chips. Let's just see if we can like try to save this thing so we don't waste all our oats and tofu and all the ingredients we used. Let me just jump ahead here and say, yeah, no, it didn't turn out good. It was I don't even have words to describe the taste, the consistency, the texture, all of it. It was interesting. I will leave the recipe down below if anybody else wants to try this, because on Pinterest, everybody else had such great success. It was just us who didn't. So at this point, we decided, scrap the pancakes, we're hungry, let's make the same exact breakfast that we had yesterday, except I actually tried to put mine in a tortilla, but it kind of started to rip. I think I just put too much meat in there, but it was still really delicious. It was definitely less messy than how I kind of like fold it into like a taco shape. And I also got to have my new Cheerios I bought yesterday, which were so cute. They have like little hearts in them. I don't know what makes these so special, but I think they're adorable. Also, I haven't got to mention yet, but today I weighed in at 188.1, which was 0.7 less than yesterday. And I kind of thought this might happen because I've been kind of using this new ring I got as like a gauge if I'm like bloated or retaining water. When it doesn't fit that well on my pointer finger, I kind of have to assume that I am bloated or retaining water, because I know the same thing is very similar for my mom. And today I actually got up and it kind of just slid perfectly on my pointer finger. Usually if it doesn't, I have to move it over to my ring finger and it will fit fine there. I will say that is not a tried and true test of like if I'm gonna get on scale and be less weight, because there has been times where it was loose and I was a little heavier than the day before, but it's just kind of something nice to at least give me an indication of like, hey, you're bloated or you're retaining a lot of water today. So it's been something that gives me a physical like thing saying like, you know, you are holding a little bit of water today, or you're a little bloated today. Before it was kind of just like, I have to guess I'm bloated or I have to guess I'm holding water, but this kind of gives me a more sure sign that I am. As for everything else we ate in the rest of the day, it was nothing, because we ended up eating so late that we didn't really end up having a lunch or a snack or anything like that. I think it also helped that I was really distracted with cataloging all the old VHS tapes we have from when I was a baby, since I want to try to digitize them. I'm just trying to have an idea of what we have. So I think that distraction was really helpful. For dinner, my mom said that she wanted to basically have the same exact thing that we had yesterday, but I'm going to show you the actual easier version that we do for it. We usually just make the cheese and we'll throw it in a pot of pasta instead of having to stuff the shells. This is like our quick, simple version when we want the tofu cheese in it. Since last night we ended up using the last of the tofu cheese, I'm going to make a fresh batch tonight. And what's so great about this is that I end up adding my own 2 cups of Guardian beef into this, so it kind of thickens up the recipe and makes it last longer. So I'll be able to use half of it tonight and then another half of it later on in the week, because it does stay good in the fridge for like up to a week. I'll leave the link down below to the recipe. It is from Sweet Simple Vegan. I will say there are some small changes that we do make to the recipe. Like for example, we don't use actual like fresh garlic. We get frozen garlic cubes from Trader Joe's, and that's what we use, just because there are some weeks that we do make this and some weeks that we don't make this. So it's just a little bit hard to have fresh garlic always on hand. So this is a really simple hack for us.
All right, everyone, I'm gonna have a little snack. I'm working on some stuff in the background there for the little engagement photo shoot I did last week. I'm doing some other stuff for it, but I'm gonna have some Teddy Grahams tonight for dessert. Usually I'd have something else, but right now, that's all we got, and that's okay because I do want some chocolate. So I'm gonna have this, work on that, and I'll check in once I'm done. All right, it is later. I finished everything I had to do with the photos and the video stuff, so I'm all done with that. I also was just like looking at stuff, making sure I had all my schedule planned for the week, and that is pretty much it. I feel like honestly, there was nothing I feel too much. I think I thought I had more stuff to prep for, like going, like to go tomorrow, like, oh, what am I kind of already know that. It's like very much the same. I don't feel like I have obviously like anything really much to write out to prepare, but it was just, I think, more mentally preparing. And I actually feel like because I did take the week off, like I'm like itching to get back to running and lifting weights and things like that. So I'm kind of excited. You'll have to come back next week though to see all the actual running and weightlifting in the first week of this little challenge. A little nervous because this will also be my longest run coming up this week, I'm gonna hopefully try and see how it goes, just jumping right back into like where I left off in my base building plan. Then we're into 5K training. Ooh, I'm nervous for that. We'll get to that planning, all that. But that is it for this week. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Till next week, roll the outro.